I want to talk to you about something that I think is sadly and unfortunately missing from our society and workplace today. And tragically, I used that word earlier, and I don't think that's too strong a word, but tragically missing from our relationships today. Relationships with our spouses, relationships with our friends, relationships with our coworkers, relationships with our children. And I'm talking about passion. Passion. Swiss author and poet Henri Frederick Emile said this, quote, "Without passion, man is a mere latent force and possibility, like the flint that awaits the shock of the iron before it can give forth its spark." End quote. Passion is defined as a compelling, intense feeling or emotion. A compelling, intense feeling or emotion. Now, I could probably stop right there because that in itself is a pretty good definition of passion, and one worth remembering, especially with your core values, especially as doing the most good, especially with your coworkers and your family and your relationships. But there's more. Passion is not only a compelling, intense feeling or emotion, but it's also love, ardent affection, amorous or avid desire, lust, zeal, the subject of an engrossing pursuit. Wow. Let me repeat that. Passion is a compelling, intense feeling or emotion. Love, ardent affection, amorous desire, lust, zeal, the subject of an engrossing pursuit. You know, Marcia Wieder, who is a well-known speaker and author herself, she describes passion as the fire in your belly. It is when you're compelled to action. She goes on to say that passion is the juice that will help you move mountains to accomplish your dreams and goals, both personally and professionally. Ladies and gentlemen, if you truly want passion in your life, if you truly want to get more out of life, be more of an influence with others around you, you've got to find that passion. You've got to find that fire in your belly. I asked it earlier, I'll ask it again. What is your passion? You know, back in 1954, a young man boldly and courageously said to his family and friends, "I'm going to learn how to run 5,280 feet, and I'm going to do it in less than 240 seconds. His family and friends were shocked. They were stunned. They looked at him and said, "Roger, you can't do that. For thousands of years, Roger, people have been trying to break that 4-minute mile. Why don't you set your goal, Roger, at 4 minutes and 10 seconds? Roger, why don't you set your goal at 4 minutes and 9, 8, 7, 6 seconds? But Roger, no one's ever broken the 4-minute mile." Well, Roger Bannister wasn't about to let someone else tell him how high he could set his goals. Roger Bannister wasn't about to let someone else tell him how involved he could be in a project. So in the months to follow, he got down to business. He made a commitment. He set his own goals. He got involved in the passion of running. And he ran a lot. He trained a lot. He learned that he had to run at least 22 feet a second. He learned that he had to get more air into his lungs. He learned that he had to get his pulse rate down. And on May 6th, I believe it was, 1954, he ran that mile in 3 minutes, 59 and 7/10 seconds. And I get goosebumps every time I tell that story. You got to feed yourself daily with the good stuff. You've got to feed yourself daily with the attitude that you have great potential. You've got to see yourself as you are now. And then you've got to see yourself as you could be, and more importantly, you've got to do anything and everything that you can do to become all that you're capable of becoming. You can do that. A attitude. You've got to look at the glass as being half full, not half empty. You've got to be constantly looking for that pony instead of whining and complaining and crying and wanting your mommy. You've got to realize what your gifts are. And you've got to share those gifts with others, because that's one way to find passion. Take those gifts. Share them with others. Share them often. Again, is that teaching, mentoring, encouragement? What is it? You've got to get more involved. We've got to get more involved in our government, in our community, in our jobs, in our families, because your life or the life of someone close to you depends on it because of that passion there. Oh, opportunity. Again, you may not have passion for anything. You've got to feed yourself daily looking for that opportunity, creating that opportunity, whatever it might be. How do you find that passion? You know, Zig Ziglar said many, many years ago, the way to become successful is to help other people become successful. Well, maybe analogous to that, one way to find passion in your life is to help someone else find their passion. In closing, I want to say one more thing. And it's not my own. I've added a little twist on it. People, all kinds of people, co-workers, family, strangers, people are led. People are moved. People are persuaded more by the depth of your conviction than the height of your logic. More by your own enthusiasm and passion than any reasoning you can offer.